Morning and timestamp. It's August 24th, 2025, right at 5 a.m. I got up a little while ago, not long ago. Fed Janus, made coffee. Um, you ever wake up from a nightmare knowing you were having a nightmare, and then when you wake up, exactly, you don't know what the nightmare was? Having that moment right now. So kind of got a little bit of a, still pretty steady, but I'm normally pretty steady. Okay, my left hand holding the camera, I can feel the tremor there. A little bit of a panic attack kind of thing going on here. I'm gonna walk Acorn here in a minute. Just trying to chill out for a minute because my hands were shaking while I was trying to get Janus's food ready. He tore into that too. Wow. It's the chicken this time, not the turkey, but he seems to, if it's poultry, he's there, you know. I had a cat, I had an orange cat a long time ago, Merlin, who was that way. Thanksgiving, favorite holiday. He'll cut you for a drumstick. And he would sit in the kitchen and watch the oven while the turkey was in there. He knew. He could smell it, and he knew. It was like, oh, okay, this is turkey day. All right, cool. He got turkey more than just Thanksgiving. I don't know, man. Just kind of woke up startled, disoriented. I mean, I feel like my dad probably was part of the production, but I don't know what the play was, you know. Anxiety and panic attacks are new to me over the past couple of years. I'd like to thank my parents. I know there are people that have lived with this, my wife included, pretty much most of all of their lives. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. I'll put on my amethyst. Alright, so full disclosure. This ring is Moldavite, which I've got some like celestial mugs. Got one that's a moon, one that's a sun. I think this is like supposed to be an eclipse kind of thing. It just felt right. And it's that nice stoneware kind of feel. It's a nice mug, I like it. Moldavite is kind of a neat, almost has a jade meets emerald kind of look. It is, alright, you know how diamonds are made. Diamonds are made with the whole sand, compacted, a lot of heat, a lot of pressure, diamond. Moldavite is formed similar, but instead of it necessarily being a lot of time, a lot of pressure, I mean, there is sort of pressure because of what I'm going to tell you. Moldavite is only found in 3 locations, I think, that we know of on planet Earth. which are Madagascar, Siberia, and Czechoslovakia. Now, if you're into astronomy, astrology, any of that, and or its fun times with Earth, the one thing those three locations have in common is they have the most meteor activity. Moldavite is basically formed when meteors strike the ground and the pressure of the impact and or the superheating of the meteor itself, because they're kind of like, flaming rocks, like fast creates. It basically creates and I shopped around on eBay a while ago, and I wanted Moldavite that was from Czechoslovakia, and it's nothing against Siberia or Madagascar, but they actually will say where it came from. This came from Madagascar, this came because Czechoslovakia is where half of my mom's family is from. My mom was, I actually said it past tense this time. Been trying to train myself because I keep saying is. She's was, caught myself again there. I guess a quarter Czech, 3/4 German. So I'm basically 7/8. I'm 7/8 German, 1/8 Czech. But I wanted to get Moldavite. I thought it was cool, and I wanted to get Moldavite from home. So this is Soulstone. Yeah, I paid like $20 for it total. It's like 15 plus 5 shipping. Came from one of the many jewelry makers in India. This is part home and part space. I thought it was cool. And I wanted to get a good amethyst. I used to have an amethyst pendant that I wore, and I don't know if years ago if an ex-girlfriend took it, because I had an ex-girlfriend a long time ago that liked my stones and jewelry, and I'm not a big jewelry hound, but what I like, and I'm for the most part pretty simple. I don't like big, ostentatious, I'm never going to do the Liberace thing. You can Google that. It's spelled weird, though. Liberace. Okay. Kaiser is competing with me. Old man, you're going to get in trouble, sir. But, I wanted to get a nice amethyst ring. Love amethyst. And I found one that was made, I guess it was like hammered. Like, I saw the style of the band referred to as like stone hammered or something like that. I don't know. But I don't think it was the same vendor. I think it was a competitor or whatnot, but they had the same kind of style with an amethyst, so I thought, hey, that'd be cool, matching-ish. Trying to... it's not like perfectly refined cut. It's kind of a raw cut, tumbled, but not necessarily, sheen smooth and all that. But I like the rough edges to it. I understand it, I can be refined, but I'm just going to be more natural. Yeah, I'm not totally sure what the dreamin' was, but Definitely woke up kind of almost startled, you know? Like someone, shook me and then disappeared kind of thing. That, yeah. I don't know. I'm still weird and tingly. Oh, but yeah, with these, this one's about the perfect size, honestly, as far as like not, if I do something stupid, it could come off by itself, but I mostly have to like extract it by hand. This one is probably like a half size too big to where it can more easily slip off my finger if I'm not paying attention. So I normally don't sleep with that because I could wake up going, where's my amethyst? It's in the couch cushions or, whatever. But it'd be real easy to lose that, so I don't normally, Jiminy normally hangs onto it for me. And if I'm going to be, like, playing with boxes and things like that, I take it off because it's real easy to not have your ring when you bring your hand out of a box and not realize that you did that. I didn't wear that to work when I was at the tree because of that. And I sometimes didn't even wear this for the same reason, because it would be real easy to catch it and not realize it, and then I've lost my ring and I will cry. This one cost me about $20 too. They were both like $12-15 plus 5 shipping kind of thing. So I'm really into expensive jewelry, as you can tell. I am all about the bling. Yeah, I don't know how you people do it. If you've got like chronic anxiety, panic attacks, whatnot, and have had it for a long time, I don't know how the fuck you know it. This is nuts. The idea of my mind and body just kind of rebelling and going, hey, let's try this. I'm not down with this. I do not like this. I like this. We're doing some just the Harry and David vanilla cream brulee. It just sounds so posh, doesn't it? So bougie. Cream brulee. Yes, Jay. If you're out there, if you ever see this, I used bougie. I'm just going to call her Jay on here. I'm not going to use her whole name. Young lady that worked for me at the tree many years ago. Just a really solid lady. Puerto Rican Spitfire. But yeah, she taught me the word bougie. I'd never heard it before. I don't get out much. This is a few years ago. But yeah, she used it, and I was like, what? She's like, bougie. Like unnecessarily ritzy, like kind of gaudy. I'm like, okay, so like a nouveau riche, kind of tacky. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, bougie. I was like, okay, I see where the word comes from. I get it. That's kind of great. I love it. I love the evolution of language. It's fun. It's fun. I don't understand the new words being replaced every month thing that I guess is really popular with the Gen Z crowd. Where if you were to be in a coma for a month, when you wake up, suddenly you can't communicate anymore. That's weird to me. Oh, that word got replaced. Hey, that slaps. Oh, we don't use that anymore. That's fire. That one's going out. You know what I mean? there are other words that have been around for like 300 years that still work here. They still work here. They're on the clock. Just tell them to, get off a break. There's an old word that works for that, is my point. Potch. Yeah, simple but nice. And quite frankly, I have had, it's funny, one of the clerks at the bank was one of them. It's the other day. I've had so many women that are like, all right, I'm a straight white man. Done a lot of theater, and I'm absolutely a friend of the rainbow community. I am an ally. So hate me if you want, but I do think that I'm not pedophile friendly. There are lines here. There are absolutely lines here. And by the way, I've known quite a few drag queens. They're not out to get your kids. They're actually some of the coolest people you'll ever know. But, and I played one on stage. And I'm still straight. The whole grooming thing, especially with the Epstein, it's just like, y'all seeing this? Y'all worry about drag queens, and this man does not want this paperwork to hit the general public for reasons of what exactly? They were besties for 10 years plus. Come on. Are you stupid? Saw a comedian or somebody the other day that said something like, he's not in the files, his name is on the letterhead. That was pretty funny. Thought that was pretty funny. Exactly. But, alright, so one thing I've noticed from a psychological standpoint is oftentimes women are a lot more I don't want to say free, but a lot less guarded around gay men than they are around straight men. Which, from a standpoint of women being afraid of men because men can be predatory and pretty awful, I get it. I have had probably a half dozen women grab my hand as though we were a couple of girls chatting, and I don't know if they see the rings and go, oh, you're gay, or I don't know what that is, but I've had a half dozen women over the past year that have grabbed my hand and gone, oh my god, that's so pretty, I like that, amethyst, right? And it's just like, I'm pretty safe to be around, you know what I mean? I'm not one of those guys. I'm not on that list. I'm not in the Black Notebook. I've never been on Pam Bondi's desk. Which, gotta be careful where you say that, I guess, right? I've never been on her desk. I had some fun in her bathroom once, but that was a long time ago. Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't know what it is. People like, oh, that's so pretty. Oh. Just one of the girls. I have played characters in the rainbow community so many times on stage now. It is really I look back and I'm just like, wow. I don't know how that works exactly, because I'm so straight. I'm so straight. I never experimented in college. I've never looked at a dude and gone, yeah, I want some of that. And that's not me trying to like be alpha. It's just truth. I've just never been attracted to a man. And the last two major productions I did were Rent, where I played Collins, and Rocky Horror, where I was Frankenfurter. You'd think there was something going on. Like that closet door is just like about to burst or something. I don't know. I did have one of my colleagues during Rent, because I was like, y'all are saying that the guy that played Angel, his name's Alex, we were very good friends at the time. He's, because, I mean, we've been closed for 10 years. He is, like, in Virginia or something, and I think he's studying to be a lawyer, which is pretty cool, because I know he was saying about fighting for, and he's straight. An ironic twist, and this is the kind of stuff that always happens backstage at shows. If you know Rent, if you know the characters. So I was playing Collins. I fall in love with, and here's where it's a little ambiguous. I fall in love with, like, Thunderbolt love, like instant. My character's gay, unabashedly gay. But I fall in love with Angel, who is, depending on your interpretation of the show, either a drag queen or trans, before trans was like a popular term, because the show takes place, if you want to really dissect it, I believe it takes place in 1989, because there's a little aside in there about Newt's lesbian sister, referring to the scandal of Newt Gingrich's sister coming out, which was a big thing that rocked the Republican world. So we have that little footprint in the history, and I want to say that was 1989. So we have a little bit of a clue. This happens 88, 89, 90 in there. So I fall in love with a drag queen, trans, before it was trendy. You know what? I don't know how to put it, because I don't think the surgeries and such were available at that point. Could just be gay drag queen. Again, the script is kind of ambiguous. Mark describes, who's kind of the narrator of the story, Mark describes Angel as drag queen, but Mark's perspective is a little skewed often. So, is Mark correct? You know what I mean? So I'm married. Kaiser, you're about to get banished to another room, buddy. I'm married to a really psychotic, crazy, wonderful redhead who is not involved in the production at all. Angel, my boyfriend, girlfriend, however you want to put it. See, I think my thought on this one, my 2 cents worth as someone who's done the show, and I do my homework when I'm doing a show, I think that Angel is a drag queen. I don't think Angel is trans, and here's why. Collins has a line which is, I like boys, because he's older. He's typically an older guy. He's like a college professor who likes younger men. Collins is very, very, very gay. You can tell that, I can tell in reading the script that has probably gotten him into trouble a fair amount in the 80s. because he came out, and that's not popular in the 80s. So I think if he is in fact gay, which we know he's gay, I'm like getting deep into character study stuff with you here, he would not fall in love with Angel if Angel were trans, because that means that Angel would identify as female. So my personal modern opinion on the character in the show is that Angel is gay and does drag. I don't think that Angel's trans. But that's, again, kind of dissecting the script a little bit and really looking at certain things and trying to dissect it. Because that was a question that actually came up with the cast. You know, because we're trying to understand the show to make sure that we do it justice. You want to be honest with your production. But I asked a cast member during Rent, and Angel, my boyfriend, was dating Joanne. Maureen, in the spirit of being Maureen, was dating everyone. So we got that one right. Not me. Maureen was not dating me. No, thank you. Yeah, everyone in that production was acting, except Maureen. Maureen was exactly, that performer was exactly who you were seeing. Everybody else was, the gay performers were in straight relationships on stage, and the straight performers on stage were in gay relations. It was all over the place, crazy, in my opinion. It was funny, though, the dynamics behind the scenes. Roger was engaged to a very nice man I met. They're an adorable couple. So Roger, very gay. It's just like, what the hell? This is not, that's acting. But yeah, no, I asked somebody from the rainbow community during Rent, I'm like, and this is before Frankenfurter, I'm like, because I've played some other gay roles over the years too, and it's like, how is this happening? I'm amused by it. I'm not offended by it. It doesn't bother me. I'm just like, how is this? How is this even a thing? What's going on here? And he explained to me that because I'm a very sensitive and very outspoken, very open person, that it's really easy to assume that maybe I'm gay or bi. And when I turn it on when I'm on stage, I can accentuate it and make it seem very real. Because he even said, he's like, I honestly thought you were bi. I thought you were bi. And then I met your wife, and I saw the two of you interact, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, he's straight. It's like, okay, well, I appreciate the honesty. It's like, not a problem. And again, it doesn't bother me at all. I think it's funny. Because I'm an actor, and I can do it. But yeah, Frankenfurter, he's trisexual. He'll try anything sexual. Men, women, possibly goats. Easily sheep. Easily sheep. way they prance around on the hill is seductive. Mary didn't lose them, I took them. See, I can just turn it on, it's fine. I don't know. But, oh yeah. I got a package. I got up, starting to, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Calming down. I think I know what this is. I enjoyed our unboxing together the other day. Which I never thought I'd do that. I'm pretty sure I know what this is. I've got a couple of items dangling on eBay. Got some things on Amazon too, but that's mostly maintenance stuff for around here. Actually, some of that might be arriving today. Some of the Amazon stuff. Got some more like banker boxes and whatnot. Again, maintenance. Okay. Double packed it. That's fine. I'm hoping the scale on this is going to work. But I don't know because in the listing they didn't... I could never get an accurate height for it. You'll understand what I mean here in a minute. Oh, that's not going to work. Let's do this. Ooh. Find a listing. They were saying 3-inch, 5-inch. Nobody put a ruler or a coin or something like that next to it so I could see the actual size for it. And I never actually saw him in the wild. Yeah, he's a little short. Decent articulation though. I'm a big Wreck-It Ralph fan. Good. Yeah, he's a little smaller than I was hoping. Walk for a second. Oh, dear God in heaven. I think I had a chronic back injury. I have a chronic back. I don't know, would that be considered a chronic back injury? 8 herniated discs? Yeah, he's not the right scale for what I was hoping. See, I picked up a Vanellope a while back. And I was hoping to get a Ralph to match, basically. Put them together. Gotta stand up, girl. Yeah, that scale's way off. See, yeah, that's a hubcat. Alright, I was showing off the bumper, the crash test dummy dog. That's the cat. Sadness. Right? Really hoping... because she's probably about 2.5. It's a good figure. Looks good, but it's really scrappy. Really hoping for one that would complement Vanellope. I don't want it the same size as. Damn it, I need Ralph to be kind of like, towering over, like true to cartoon scale. Did they do more than one? Did they do a 3-inch or whatever, and then a like 5-inch as well? Because I thought I saw another listing that said like 5-inch or something like that. But it looked like the exact same figure. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna have to take a look around. Still a good figure, but not what I was hoping for. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm feeling a little better. I gotta walk this guy. And then probably get some breakfast. Janus is sleeping the sleep of hula girls. We're still almost out of the vitamin mix. I was supposed to use it through to its completion. And he still has lots of the painkiller. I'm gonna call them on Monday and say, hey, do I use this through to completion, or, how long should he be on it? Because I don't want him to be outside the kiddie opioid clinics begging for cash and stuff. Kidding. He's just kidding. I don't know what the long term on that. I don't want him to get addicted. Frankly, I don't know if those side effects exist for that kind of thing. Sounds like a weird Geraldo episode of old, doesn't it? Cats with Addictions. Tuesday on Geraldo. But I want what's best for him. So if that means using them up to completion, cool. If that means start weaning them off, cool. I don't know. Anyway, I've gone way too long on this video, and I know that. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Yeah, mostly chill. Yeah, I don't like that. Yes. Okay. Make it a great day.